It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
I actually have to do a little bit of an intro today. Hey, welcome to the Algorithm, where we play TTRPGs and have a hoot on YouTube. And we do other fun stuff on Twitch too, still. You know, it's great over there. We have a guest today. Hi, guest. How are you?
Hello, I am Shivam of Horror and Harpy. I am the titular horror of the pair there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on.
It's gonna be a
Thanks for being here.
hoot. You know what you signed up for today? Full crazy, wild chaos. It's basically just chaos.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. So I sent you a link to our Beyond campaign that we got going there. Once you get into starting the character and creating the stuff, today we are, what level are you guys?
We're going to 11.
Going to 11. So you're creating a level 11 character. Yeah. You guys get to level up 2 every time.
Oh, 2 every time?
No. Just wrong kind of 2. Wrong kind of 2.
Oh, okay.
English language. It's great. But while we're kind of going through that process, which of you two would like to kind of give a little recap to what the whatevers have been doing, so that we can decide what we're doing next?
Oh boy, I mean, I can do it. So the whatevers started out sort of a team of acquirers. They acquired things for people. First recorded event, we acquired what turned out to be a recipe from a mansion that we ended up burning down.
No. It burnt down while we were there. We didn't.
Well said.
Yeah.
Similarly, our next mission, we went to a town to set up a franchise because we're now have shares in this bakery. And while we were there, it seemed like the whole town was cannibals. So that town also burned down while we were there. And so that was not as
Now we
lucrative.
have cannibals.
Right. And then we started a bail bond business of sorts.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's a great racket. That was a beautiful racket. Go ahead,
Yeah.
explain. Sorry.
I forgot about
that. But one of our bondees, I'm not sure if that's what you call them, but made a run for it into the forest of all y'all, and we chased, caught up to them easily, but then fought a Medusa-esque creature, nearly died, but we did not die, although the Bond guy did die, and they ended up dying. But
name was James.
Yeah, well said. Wait.
Rest in peace, James.
It wasn't James. I have it written down. Blinky
James.
DeFleur.
James Bond. No, who's James Bond?
Blinky James DeFleur. There we go.
Yeah.
Blinky James. Blinky.
And then we were headed back, trying to make new franchises in other towns. Also, similarly, the first individual that we went on a quest for, we got shares in their bakery for doing the quest, getting that recipe. We discovered that they're magical, that they don't actually know how to bake, and that they're a liar. And so that's kind of, I think, where we left off. So
Kind of, yeah. So, who wants to roll d6?
I guess I can.
Go for it, Stitch. Roll us a d6.
Well, that was a 3 all the way.
That was, yeah.
It just slid across the screen as a 3.
So it's been 3 weeks. Oh, you know what? We did weeks last time. It's been 3 months. It's been 3 whole months since your last adventure. That in mind, you've got yourself a nice new recruit to bring into the testing. A 3 again. Nice.
3 again. At least it rolled.
Why don't you, the two of you, so 97 and Tom, describe your characters? Go into like class as well and kind of the build so that Shivam can be informed on whatever they're making.
Sure. My full name is 9784. Most people just call me 97 for short. He is a little, what do we call that?
Mouse species.
Yeah, I need to look. Gerbine.
Ah.
Gerbine. He is a Gerbine fighter. Just straight up fighter, little mouse guy. His backstory is he was born homeless, parentless, on the streets, and the curb number where he was first saw was 9784. That's where he got his name, 9784. He's been living on the streets ever since, trying to make his way, living the hard life, not expecting anything, expecting to die at every turn, be stepped on or whatever, and just taking what he wants. He has a piece of chainmail with a hole in it that he wears as a tunic. He has a magical ring that he wears as a belt. And he has he has a sewing needle and a bobby pin that he uses as rapiers.
That's very good.
Nice. My character their name is Tom Bilius. And they're a small fairy, so they have wings. Wears all black though, so he's not like a colorful one. Pretty happy-go-lucky type fella. Likes to burn things up a fair amount. He's got 3 levels rogue, 7 levels wizard, and he mostly just burns things up and wants to do that. I don't know if there's anything else specific about him. Yeah, he's a little salty. Last time he got turned into stone by that Medusa thing.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, also small. I think because our last adventure, all the characters were small or smaller.
I am
size.
smaller.
Yeah,
I am tiny.
Itty bitty.
So, yeah, that's
Like
Tom.
cockroach.
I think his main friend is Al, who Ethan usually plays. He's a half orc, and in my imagining, they sort of grew up on the streets together, much like 97, and just we're a team, and they figured out we can just take stuff, and that works out. So, yeah, that's Tom Bilius.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking of a couple ideas then. You mentioned like your last adventure, you found out that your main baker wasn't quite a baker. I'm thinking then maybe some kind of like chef character or something like that would probably be like something you guys are looking out for sort of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
A great cook needs excellent recipes. Who wants to roll a d4? Actually, Shivam, why don't you roll a d4? Roll a d4 and tell us what you get.
All right, let's see what we got. And that is a 1.
Oh, excellent. Good. It's winter.
All right.
Okay, let's see.
So you got yourselves a nice new cook. What do you think the job is this time round? What are you all looking for? What are you all doing?
Money.
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel like that's
I was-
standard queue.
Right. Well, now we have a map, so we can maybe make more informed decisions.
Let's look some more for the map.
Why?
Why?
What's this thing what is this mountain thing over here on the left?
On the left, that's the. I'm gonna call it the range. Nothing
Okay,
unique
the
about it. It's
range.
just the range.
Gate to where? What is this?
Gate to where? It's just a gate that you go through.
Cool. What about this hole? Is that just a hole?
It's a hole.
Cool. What do we know about Slimeville? Anything?
Slimeville is one of the ones we have some community-driven lore on. It's full of a bunch of slimes and plasmoids.
They're probably not wealthy. Are they wealthy? What do we know about their
They're-
riches?
They could be pretty wealthy. They're an upstanding town. I would say, compared to where you're from, which is this town, they're probably equivalent, if not a little bit more. The only thing is, every surface is covered in slime.
I don't like this.
So
I will say it seems like they'd be susceptible to fire, being slime.
maybe.
They might have a good Jello recipe.
That's true. They might.
Oh, I have an idea. With our new chef,
Yeah.
maybe we're trying to subvert the baker, take full control of all shares, but we need a master baker person in order to do that.
You would also need a better recipe than the one you stole at the start of all this.
Right. So maybe that we hear word of some recipe at some place, and we want to go acquire it for long-term acquisitions of our company. Although I will say the money's real easy right now. But maybe we're getting larger eyes, you know?
Speaking of which, two of you have made 760 gold. Might be 97 and Tom for your shares in the company.
765.
Sure.
Is that not what you said?
No.
You just added 5 to it. I'm okay with that.
Nice. Oh, and Shiva and sorry, that's not Shivam. Our team name is the Whatevers.
Yeah.
Just that what
You're
it
good.
said.
Why can't I
So
find a picture of 97? I lost 97.
You had it, right?
I mean, I had it professionally done, but I can't find it. Figure out where I put them. Oh well.
let's say I assume that the new feats, what have you, from the new D&D updatey thing are cool. Can't look at them. Very annoying.
Oh, it's because I didn't buy the
Right.
book because I still consider it just a money pushing scam.
Right.
Give
So
me more
those are the
content. I'll probably get turned
Core
over later.
rules.
Just legacy core rules. Yeah. I had the same opinion of 5e when it first came out as well, because I was 3.5 core all the way. But then they released a lot more content for the rule set, and I was like, okay, now I can get into it. As it stands, though, I'm going to have to rewrite a lot of stuff if we switch over to the new rule set. I like to mess around with exhaustion, and they completely changed the exhaustion track. It's not friendly for my stuff anymore. Nowhere near as threatening. So I have to update it. So we go to
as
go for it.
go ahead. I was just gonna ask Shivam, as a cook, as a baker
Mm.
type person, what kind of class do you think that tends itself to?
So I'm thinking like
Nice.
97 is a mouse fighter. I'm assuming like Dex mouse fighter is kind of the build you went there.
Stitch.
Give me a second. I did find a picture of him. I posted
Amazing.
in the chat.
Nice.
97 is Dex fighter. He's a Dex fighter. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, cool. I'm thinking like a cleric then, like
Mhm.
really just sort of a home style sort of cooking that like just makes you feel better to eat it sort of deal.
Nice. Isn't there a new subclass that is that?
Is there? Oh, that'd be
I thought
incredible.
I was reading that the other day. Am I crazy?
I mean, we usually don't say anything, but
I appreciate it, but you gotta. So I thought maybe I thought there was like an actual. Maybe I just thought that up in my head. Well, maybe not. Maybe I made that up. But sounds good. Yeah, I don't know if we've ever had a support type person.
it's all been attacker.
Mm.
Probably would have helped with the Medusa, but anyway.
The community domain. It's part of Humblewood.
Oh,
Blessing of Hearth, a magnificent feast.
By the way, should I do the 2024 rules or 2014 rules?
2014.
2014, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at him just like, wait, what do you mean? Like the first of like protect your thaumaturge? What is this?
Huh. They messed up my favorite spell, Animal Messenger. They gave the animals a charisma saving throw. So now it's a leveled spell that could get wasted. If it
Oh, do we need to
Silly
buy
little
things in the marketplace in order to have other non-legacy things? I
No.
only have life for my.
Oh. Did you go to the first tab of the character creation? Let me see what that's called.
Yeah. Homebrew, expanded rules, legacy, and then all department contents enabled.
Ah. Legacy, yeah. How do you mean? I might be a little confused. I haven't tried to actually create a character for a while. Sources, collections. This campaign has sharing on it, right? Should do. Woo. Yeah, content sharing's on it. So we go in, we do standard build. Everything's enabled. Optional class features. We have to change hit points to manual. I forgot about that bit. Encumbrance, campaign modified. I'm not. Character creations from I talk about when you're choosing class, what it says at the top with the core rules.
Yeah, so class, divine domain, and all I'm seeing is legacy life.
What? Alright. What have you done to us this time, Beyond? Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. It's gonna be the same problem.
Oh no.
And that's just on my standard creation stuff. Thaumaturged. What is... Turn off expanded rules. It's at the home. Turn that tab off and see. No. Do it for me. Oh. No. What in the world? This protector, this thaumaturge.
Yeah, I think that's the 2024 stuff.
That is. I even have the, yeah, and on this character, I turned off the expanded rules, which is the 2024 stuff. So, wizards, you're making me mad.
What are they not, though?
That's truth. Hard facts there. Right, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna create level 1, random character, just give them some random things. Yep, do that. Species, sure. Look at this, they only have dwarf, elf, halfling, and human? What nonsense is this? Let's make this one a grunk for funsies. Abilities, standard array. Because there's another option that you might be able to turn off, but you can't get to it until the character sheet is ready. Manage. Character settings. These multi-class requirements, customize origins, dark mode. Expanded rules are off there. Wait, hang on. Ha! I figured it out. Okay. That's because the top classes you see at the top of the character creation are from the 2024 rules. You have to scroll down to find the legacy ones.
Rules.
The cleric base rules.
Okay, divine domain, then the same thing. The only option it gives me for my domain is life.
Oh. I'm getting death knowledge, getting all the other ones as well now. Which means content sharing is on. Should be sharing it to you. That's confusing. So I've got light, nature, tempest, trickery, war, and death, and knowledge as well. And community domain and night domain. Why is it only sharing life?
Hatred.
Chaos. And all those expanded ones are on. But the content is all clicked on as well.
Yeah, expanded on legacy, homebrew, all those are checked up. Try and disable and re-enable them.
I might do it alternatively.
Optional class feature just in case.
It's always something new.
Yeah, I keep saying, yeah, looking for something not in the list. Look at the marketplace.
Indeed, because you should be, theoretically, getting all that stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna disable the content sharing. I'm gonna turn it back on again. Are you sure you want to? Alright. Never mind. This might be a beyond problem. Ah!
Try refreshing it.
Hey!
There we go. Okay, I
Hey!
got it. I did a
There we go.
refresh and then it worked.
Good, good. It's done that, I think, to us in the past as well. I mean, we've shared a link that had content sharing on and have had to turn it off and on again
Mm-hmm.
in order for it to actually work. But we got it. Figured it out.
Noise.
Noise. So we're thinking a recipe. Are we thinking Slimeville is the place to go for that recipe? Or is that where the journey starts and then like someone has the
It
information
sounds like
where you want to go?
67 wasn't that interested in or 97 wasn't interested in Slimeville.
67? No, you replaced me already.
I apologize.
It's from the mouse who woke up 2 streets down.
Yeah.
But
I guess all of us street mouses look the same to you, big guys.
but I'm cool with whatevs. As far as which place we're going. I think if it's been 3 months, we might have a little bit more leeway as far as distance. So, because I might expect if there was a fancy recipe, the baker dude now might have required if it was a closed place. So maybe we go to some place a little further away. That's just a thought. What is it? Sand Dreams?
Sand Dreams.
Are they rich? They seem rich.
I would say it's a richer place, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that seems like a good spot, maybe. Just it takes 3 months to get there ish, and we could maybe loot some other stuff while we're there.
Yeah.
Does that seem good to you fellas?
Sounds good to
Sure.
me.
Cool.
Sand Dreams we go.
And I always forget. Do I get to gain 1 spell when I level, right? As a wizard?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's how we've been doing it on this.
Okay.
Sure. But it's also been 3 months, so you could probably pick another one.
Okay,
'Cause it's,
cool.
that's wizards. They pick up spells as they go.
Okay. Are you going pure cleric?
Yeah, I'm thinking pure cleric. Was looking at community. I'm leaning towards life or twilight though.
Okay.
I think I might go twilight.
Nice. I know
Good
Twilight
choice.
is good.
Good choice. I like saying it
Twilight
better.
clerics. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing 2 different. Well, in this instance, fire shield spell. Do I want that one that says legacy or the
Yes.
other one?
You want the one that says legacy. If it's got legacy by it, that's probably the one you want to be looking at.
Cool.
Do this. Let's see. Let's think. Ooh, I have an idea.
Are we using the optional features at all? So Blessed Strikes over Divine Strike?
Yes. Yeah, if you want to use the optional features, go for it.
Absolutely.
Some of the optional features on that one are real cool.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool one. That's a fun idea.
Excellent.
Okay. I am leveling up wizard. In case that wasn't
Nice.
clear by my question. Which that's just a ability pointer feat situation. And I'm going feat.
What feat you taking?
Well, so I am taking. So I don't know that this is the best choice, like maximum damage, but I think it makes the most sense as far as Tom Bilius and what he's about. And so he is getting the Elemental Adept feat.
Ooh.
Which ignores resistances for a specific damage type for spells, which will be fire. So yeah, you can, if people are resistant to fire, they will not be. So Tom. Additionally, anytime he rolls a 1 on a spell damage, it's a 2 instead, which is kind of whatever, but it's a thing. So.
Well, when you got things like Fireball and plenty of chances of rolling ones,
True. That's a good point.
turns your minimal damage from like 6 to 12 automatically. That's mean.
Shiva. Man, I keep calling you Shiva now. I'm all confused. Shivam. Are you gonna get, or maybe start with it? I'm not sure. Lehman's Tiny Hut.
I could if we wanted that. I'm still kind of looking at the feats and stuff like that. Obviously
Okay.
taking chef because
Right.
duh.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah. So Tiny Hut seemed like something that would go with your. Doesn't
kinda
Twilight get it automatically?
let me double check Twilight free
They
spells.
might. I know Ethan always used
Yes,
it with
that is one of my free spells.
amazing.
Okay. So I won't bother to get it then. It's not really Tom's thing, but he's looking to grow. But if you already have it, he's not going to grow. Oh man, there's so many spell choices.
A lot of good fun spells to choose from too.
Man. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go for. I took one that's just straight good spell, and then another one that is thematic spell. So obviously, I took counter spell. That's a good one to have.
Yeah.
And then, even though I don't think it's a good spell, I think it makes sense for Tom. I took knock.
You never know when knock is going to come in handy.
Yeah.
There have definitely been times where I've entered a situation and thought, you know what? I wish I had knock. Those pesky doors.
$97, what you doing?
As in,
For your level up.
I leveled up my fighter. It gave me an extra attack. I'm done. Thank you.
Very good.
That's why I chose fighter this time around. I don't have to do anything. I just poke things.
So it looks like there is a maximum number of spells I can have prepared. Any idea how to make that amount larger?
Your maximum amount of spells you can have prepared?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
It's not based on intelligence or anything?
Might be? I mean, not typically. Not that I know of, at least. If you find something, let me know. I hardly ever fiddle with wizards.
Yeah, same. Nice. Okay. Tom Bilius is ready for this adventure.
Haha! We have still some time out there. What do you think the whatevers have been doing? How did they encounter this cook? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
You want the good
Yeah,
way or
like
the bad
recruitment
way?
ads or like
No, we don't recruit ads.
I
would- Go for it.
I'm thinking Shivam. Will your character's name be Shivam? Or be a different character name?
different character name for sure.
Okay, cool. Whatever the character's name is.
Yeah.
I think they might be like a good character. They just
What?
mind their. Well, hold on. They're minding their own business, right?
Mhm.
Being a good cook, what have you, and we see their talents and ensnare them into our group.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, Al and 97 and Tom have been talking about how we might need to make a move on our proprietor fella. But in order to do that, we need a talented baker cook person. And
However,
so
sub suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
alternate suggestion. How about our baker, the one we need to get rid of, has heard about this other baker that could be competition,
Mm-hmm.
and he hires us to go kill him,
Uh-huh.
and we do that
But
in
then
our
we
fashion.
don't kill them. Instead,
Yes, but take the money.
disappear them into our group.
Yes. The baker dies, but then this other guy shows up. Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Oh, he's not the baker.
He's not the baker.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
idiots.
Okay. And so there's a hole in this rival bakery. In comes player X,
Mhm.
character X, and then we're like, this guy might be even better. So we need to get him into the fold before the proprietor hears about it.
Which, if he's good, is fine because, hey, you join us or you die. He's got motivation.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. And
We get
so
paid either way, your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so you obviously choose to join the whatevers, as you know, it's the great, but you're not maybe 100% interested in how we do things. You just kind of have like, I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
This is kind of, rock and a hard place situation.
Yeah.
And so we, the whatevers, are a little more gung-ho about just destruction, but you might be the like angel on the shoulder. Maybe we don't destroy this time.
Oh, okay.
But
I really okay.
what?
I'm switching around my class. I think I might go peace, and just like
Oh
I'm
no.
going to remove any ability to do damage whatsoever. Yeah, like peace or order or something like that, and just like
Okay.
full on lawful good. Like, hey guys, what if we just don't burn things down this time? And just kind of like and as soon as you guys are basically just like hey, like we're trying to kill you, just like okay, but like what if we maybe didn't do that? And then yeah, it's just kind of been this whole thing of like. I really like the idea that he has a really shitty disguise on at all given points of time. Like he's wearing like Groucho Marx glasses and just like
Excellent. And
uh,
then we bring
Oh,
you
that's
on
perfect.
this. Oh, because we need you to verify that the recipe's good.
mm-hmm.
This is gonna have to be
Yes.
secret from the employer guy who has the cookie recipe.
Right. So
Like
we'll
he
need an
wants to not
alternate
know.
reason to go to the Sand Dreams as well, that we can tell them that that's the reason we're going. But then
We have a
we're
jumper?
also doing another one.
We have a bail bonds jumper.
That's a long way to go. It must be really expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the reason's probably not related, because that's pretty far out.
We don't know anything. Well, there's nothing really to know about Sand Dreams besides what we just said about it. So we could make up any sort of thing. Maybe.
But he has to know as well. The
Well,
owner.
I mean, the players can make up any sort of thing for the
Yeah.
characters
Mhm.
and the proprietor to agree on. That's what they should do.
Well, we have some time. Let's do some research.
Hmm.
Ask around. Ask some questions. Hey, has anyone ever been to Sand Dreams? What's there?
Here's the thought. Maybe they're able to make like
Sandcastles?
teleport portals, and the proprietor wants us to steal one to bring to this town so that we can easily go to Sand Dreams and do, I don't know, bakery things or whatever. Yeah.
Maybe it's a teleportation circle. Like he doesn't have the teleportation circle schematic, so he can't use his circle to get to there.
Okay.
So he needs you to go there and get that. And just basically like a rubbing of it, basically, or something of that, which you as a wizard would be able to do with great fortuity.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. This could be good. What subclass am I in?
That's a good question.
School of Conjuration. That's what I am.
Ooh.
Okay. Very good. Which I'm not. Why did I choose that one? Can't remember. I think because it just made sense. Oh, I got benign transposition, which is kind of fun. Does this sound like a good plan? Get the schematics, but also get this other better recipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I think I got a character name. I think I'm gonna go with Macaron.
Yes.
Amazing.
We're obviously gonna call you Mac.
And I'm thinking, halfling seems good.
Larger than us, but not too large.
Exactly, yeah.
gotta have the orc as the largest character. I feel like that's just a standard thing now.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about the island of Nunya. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's just explore this map a little bit. What is this like? Knowledge that the whatevers would know?
Sure, yeah. Like, let's say during the time of trying to get research for Sand Dreams, you learnt about some various other places, like Uckville. You already knew about Grimeville and Sumtown, but you've also got Slimeville. You've learnt about the Hall, and that it's a hall, and the gate to Ware, which, if you pass through it, the trail that goes underneath it, of course, it travels to Ware, which is a different place than Thatland. You've got Ware, different location. Yep, that's canon officially.
Okay.
There's Susstown and Unsuston.
Great. What do we know about those places? They seem kind of smaller.
Well,
Are they smaller?
They are smaller. One of them is super sus, and the other one's not.
Great.
Yeah. Then you got Wayland, which is a floating land. It's way up there. That land is way up there. So you gotta have a way to fly up there of some kind. There's Moundtown. A lot of the best brews come from Moundtown. That's official too. Probably some of the best drugs too.
Okay.
The forest of Olyal is...
Oh, I said wrong things at the beginning. We were in the bog jungle, not the forest of Olyal.
Oh yeah, it was super boggy.
Right.
I remember now, yeah. Super boggy. You hunt some weird tree in the middle of a grove. Pink tree, fun place. There's
what do
sand
we know about
dunes.
the Uckville down there?
Uckville, it's super gross. Why would you want to go there? Uck.
Why is it a place then?
That's a good question.
Who lives there that finds it not Uck?
I think we'll leave that for another Improv One-Shot day.
Excellent. Maybe it's there's like a frog people, aren't they?
Maybe.
They're frog species?
Grung. Yeah, Grung.
Yeah, maybe they live there.
Maybe.
Is there anything out to the what I'll call the east?
The east? Well, you got Lessman, which is an active volcano. It's happening all over the place. But farther east than that, nah, none of the people in this town have ever traveled farther east than that.
Okay. What do we know about Lessman?
Lessman, it's a very dangerous place.
Okay.
This little weird field right here is all glass.
Really?
Yeah, prevailing theory is some lava flowed over the sand, turned it to glass, didn't turn into the hardened shell stuff at the top, got chipped away. And they think that maybe if you chip away at the land in this area, you might even find more fields of glass.
Whoa. Okay. Doesn't seem very lucrative to go there unless you need glass for some reason.
There's a heavy market for glass there, definitely.
Oh. Okay.
Just glass chips. That's probably the main style in Sand Dreams. It's just a bunch of glass chips from the fields of Lessman.
Okay.
Don't get the sharp ones. Those are dangerous.
Now, I notice a bunch of what I'll call wormhole type of things in the water and in Sand Dreams. What do we know about those?
Those are things you can jump into to travel to a different spot. But people rarely ever use them, because when you jump in, you don't know which one you're coming out of.
Also, it seems like you can end up in the middle of a lake.
Yeah. So careful of that. You could also end up in the middle of sand.
Great.
Which is, that's not too fancy.
Right.
Hold on. Let's jump.
Jump.
I like this idea. What's the closest wormhole to us?
Closest one to you? Oh, there are a few.
We have to swim out in the middle of a lake.
I'm gonna get a boat.
But then we'll go to the wrong place.
Maybe. There's a chance we can go to Sandsville.
Well, it seems like the highest chance is that we won't go to Sandsville because there are like 5 other choices or more.
There's even one actually in the middle of the forest of all y'all.
Yeah, I don't think we're that crazy.
There's another one there. There's another one
Gotta
there
be at
too.
the ocean.
Can you take the boat with you?
Well, it's a giant whirlpool. Your boat might be capsized at the end of it.
So we can take the boat with us. Yeah, it's no problem whatsoever.
Tom has opposed to this plan. He likes to fly. He doesn't want to be drowned in the water.
I don't like flying. Okay, fine. We'll do this later.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be helpful to us at some point, no doubt.
Oh, we'll
We have
make
to
it
figure out how
easy.
to control.
Yeah. Also, like, we might be leaving Sand, whatever place, in a hurry. So we won't really care where we're going when we leave Sand Dreams. So
That's true.
that could be a good exit. Hard to track somebody when they don't even know where they're going.
Why would we be leaving in a hurry?
You know,
Well, stuff
case you
might
get
burn
caught.
down.
something's
What-
probably
what-
going to burn down.
Yeah, no. Nothing ever burns down where we're at. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure we had fires started in every session we've had an improv one-shot of this style.
What are you
Well,
talking about?
was there one last time? I don't think there was one last
There
time.
might not have been last time, although I think you tried your best to turn the creature on fire.
It's true. I did use fireball, but it was a boggy forest, so I don't think anything actually caught on fire as much as we would have wanted it to do.
What are you thinking on that? What kind of magical items is Macaron taking?
I'm just finishing the spells here, but
Oh, spells are fun, right? Yeah.
so I'm thinking alchemy jug for sure.
Mm.
Seems like the thing to do.
Tell us more.
Yeah, so the ceramic jug appears to hold a gallon of liquid. Sloshing sounds can be heard, and you can use an action to name one liquid from the table below to cause the jug to produce that liquid. So things it can produce: acid, a basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, and wine. Actually,
Oh.
I'm thinking. Wonder. Yep, there is a dragon vessel. I think dragon vessel might be better for cooking something up there. Yeah, so this vessel is a potion bottle,
exciting.
drinking horn, or other container. As a bonus action, if the vessel is empty, you can speak the command word to fill with the following of your choice: ale, olive oil, a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. And once it's used, can't be used until the next dawn.
That's a cool
Yeah.
idea.
Dragon vessel for the uncommon. And then
You're just taking the uncommon version. Looks like there are rarer
yes, the uncommon.
versions.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's right. I have a ring of X-ray vision. Nice.
Oh, you got another mean item last time too.
You did?
97's got a little pin needle thingy. That was
What?
dealing damage. I can't remember what it was anymore.
I don't have it.
I don't keep notes.
Wait.
Yeah, you're right. I remember something, but we never. What was it?
It's not an item you'll find in Beyond. It's one of the ones I
It's a
get from one of the books.
It is a 3-pronged dagger with a rose-shaped ruby on it. Bryzer found out it was a fancy key.
Right? No. That was the key thing that you went after. This item was an item looted off the enemy that you fought.
Oh yes, and it was
By
like
the
it
way-
was sort of like a cursed item. You couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
What?
those items, were they supposed to be wondrous items or just the non-magical items?
Oh, you could do wondrous items. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think
Good
it was
question.
fine for you, 97, because the curse is like you couldn't get rid of it, but it like turns your hand into a sword or something like that. Which is fine because it did exactly what you wanted it to do anyways. I think it was only
documentation on this.
I think it was only good.
Only documentation we would have is in the session.
Yeah, that's all I remember about it, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember beyond having it, what its stats were or anything like that.
Was it in your other possessions, perchance? Sometimes I put things in there in D&D Beyond. Down at the very bottom.
Nope.
If I can find. Question is, can I find that creature again? To see if I can find the stats on that weapon.
Oh, that's a thought.
Let's see, Tom, Blinker, Blinson.
I think it could do something like cast Fireball X amount of times per day.
Whoa.
Why didn't I write that down? I don't have it in my notes. Hope's Flame. Haha!
Aha!
I found it. Hope's
There it is.
Flame. 1d8 plus 2. And does 2d6 poison, is what it says.
Ah, okay. I think the Fireball
Why is it
one
called Hope's Flame then?
Because the poison does things to your system you don't want it to do.
Flames up your blood.
Right? Makes it feel like you're on fire. And maybe that creature's name was Hope.
Could be.
Weird name for it, but yeah, possible.
It's my cousin's name.
Are they a Medusa type person?
May as well be.
Ooh.
Good items. Well, I think I've got my improviness in mind. I've got my character cards. Random character names.
By the way, for my 6th level spell, I was definitely thinking Hero's Feast because, yeah, it does require that 1,000 gold component.
Oh, we could say you have one.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah.
Joys of improvs. Yay! Here,
Okay,
have some
thank
money.
That's my character sheet.
Amazing.
Theory. Oh, how do I equip my the armor I have?
Oh, it should be a checkbox or like a little.
You go to inventory, check the box next to it.
Where's the oh no man, inventory, but there we go, fixed.
Nice.
Shield up.
So what I don't have written down, JP, is this 2d6 poison damage every time I hit something with this?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need roll my HP.
Yep, I'm not going to have any regret saying yes to that today.
Not at all, because you're going to give us everything that's immune to poison. But anyway.
Hey, I chose the creatures I'll be throwing at you today a while ago.
Uh-huh.
And they happen to be immune to poison, so yeah.
Yeah,
Alright. We're at the point of needing to get rolling with whatever it is we're doing today. You all ready?
I'm ready.
Sorry, last thing. How do I set my max HP with manual?
Oh, right. So at the beginning...
I just did a quick roll for everything. It looks like I should have 79 HP, but I can't set it to that.
There should be down at the, what is it called? The home page of your character creation. This is something I forgot to let you know about. The hit point type, you'll want to set that to manual.
I believe it's. Oh yeah, I can override max HP. Okay, I think I got it.
Sweet. Awesome. Back to that land. I'll have to add another track and trail. All of you going up to Sand Dreams. Well. All good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Then let's start this wonderful party off with today, the quote-unquote mission. It's kind of more one of those loose things. You all just needed to get out for a while. He didn't have any major jobs. You were doing little tiny things. Briz, your little Marpok, the raccoonish person you hired on, he's in hibernation mode. So he's currently sleeping back in this town. Al is doing some more administrative things, kind of looking into some leads. He might have even been the person who got the lead for one of those cooks. But now you have this new person who's traveling with you. So Macaron, would you like to introduce your character and describe what they look like to us?
Yeah. So Macaron is short even by halfling standards. He's a pretty scrawny little guy, as like he's just kind of trying to hide himself as best as possible next to these two, just kind of like arms tucked into himself. You can see that in lieu of like a shield and a hammer, he has a cooking lid and a rolling pin at his side. He's just awkwardly fiddling with like this big pair of like Groucho Marx as glasses on his face, just kind of like nervously looking at the others.
So cool.
Fits right in.
Oh. You've all been... no, you're good. You've all been traveling for a while now, by foot, hopping on some caravans, going from town to town, you know, maybe getting a little extra pay and being guards for those people as you're traveling with them. Although, tough sell, you're all pretty small. Yeah, you manage. Now...
I'll burn down some wagons to show approve them that we're good to go.
Oh, yeah, so it's probably more of the thug types that you end up getting on with. So, looting and pillaging your way through all the way to Sand Dreams, quote unquote, we'll put that in loose terms. You're now inside this deserty location. It's been rough, you're nearly out of water, but you finally see those town walls of a place that's probably just a bit bigger than this town. It's well maintained, there are people on the wall, standard array of species all over the place. No sign of this weird whirlpool that you heard about. You haven't seen that yet, and you know it's around here, like right next to it last you heard. Well, you get up to the gateway entrance, and there are 2 wagons before you. You see there is a bit of a customs check. How are you planning on getting in?
What's in our wagon?
It's a good question. Anything illegal?
I don't think so, unless weapons or something are illegal.
Weapons?
I am illegal. But anyway,
Good question though. Is it your wagon?
Oh, is it our wagon?
probably not.
Is it like a single gate type of situation?
From what you can see here, there's probably multiple gates. It's a big enough town.
How many guards? What are we thinking?
There are 2 watching the gates, 1 taking the papers, checking people's wagons, doing general investigation stuff.
Papers?
Okay. Well, it seems like we we being 97 and myself could easily just sneak into somebody's wagon, and then new person whose name has not yet been told could just walk in and say they're looking for work as a cook.
Mac?
Oh yeah, Mac. I forgot.
His name has not been told.
I've told you it several times, actually.
You did, and I even shortened it to Mac. Yes.
I actually prefer Mac. It's fine.
It's just...
Mac's easier to say.
Actually,
you know what? I'll allow that as a compromise. Yeah.
One of the wagons just passed through. You're now one wagon away from being at the entrance.
Since we've been traveling in this wagon, I'm going to assume I've had time to scurry around it a lot. Anything in it that I should be worried about?
You know what? Give me a percentile dice. Let's find out.
Percentile dice. Great. Percentile dice.
I would like to look for something to hide in that is unlikely to be checked.
Hide in?
60.
60? There is a small bag of probably what's sued, but it's inside the pocket of the guy. He didn't tell you he has it. You just, poking around his pockets. So the guy who owns this wagon has a small bag. I mean, that's illegal, but he's not trying to import anything inside the goods that he's importing. For you, Tom, there we go, got the name.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an investigation check.
15.
15, great. Low DC because you've had time to poke through here. There's a sack of potatoes that'll probably hide people easily. There's a couple of boxes that are half full. You can hide inside
I'll get
there.
in the potato bag.
Great, in the potato bag. You're hiding in there.
Mac, just get out of the wagon. Walk behind it. Tell him you're looking for a job.
All right. I mean, isn't that lying, though?
Well, you are looking for a job, but it's a very specific one that we are also looking for. So
I guess that's true.
I think you'll be good to go. But don't worry. If there's trouble, we'll just burn the whole place down. We got your back.
Okay. He's gonna very cautiously just kind of he'll cast guidance on himself, just like as he smacks like his round cheeks, just kind of like, okay, don't mess this up,
Amazing. At 97, what are you doing?
I am. I look at the owner of the wagon and I say, "You expect any problems?"
He's a tabaxi, furry ears, very big ones, and when you first start speaking, he kind of leans down and like, "Hey, what was that?"
Nothing. I go up on his shoulder. This is gonna be awesome. The mouse riding on a tabaxi's shoulder.
So think about that. Okay, so you're riding on his shoulder. The wagon goes through and he pulls up with his couple of mules pulling this cart, and officer just asks for his papers. He hands them over. General conversation and questions. It does look, the customs officer does look at the mouse, and it's a weird pairing. Weird. Who's that? The wagon owner. He's my guard. All right. He starts walking around to the back of the wagon, takes a look at Macaron standing. Like, yeah.
Hi, please let me in. I'm looking for a job.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Are you with this wagon?
Yeah.
Oh, he's only got papers for himself. What are you doing with him?
Would Macaron actually, as a good little boy, would he actually have any papers on him?
He probably would.
Yeah, he just begins to start fumbling through his bag, just like immediately dropping all of his papers in the ground. He just says, here you go.
Go ahead
Randomly
and
pick 'em up.
give me a persuasion check.
Let's go. Alright, and the guidance to this.
Yeah,
is-
add that D4.
11. Right. Guidance. Verbal at D4. Now, 11 plus 3, 14.
14? Okay. Looking for probably around a DC of 12-ish here, or 13, so you're good. While he's about to open up the sack of potatoes that Tom is hiding in, he stops and forgoes checking the rest of it and takes your papers and looks through them. You being a good little boy, everything's in order. It looks great. He sees the cooking ware that you generally use and... Alright. Hands you back your papers. And walks back around to the front of the wagon. Go on through. Don't be making any mess or anything. Sell your goods and see about coming on out again. How long are you planning on being here?
No, my niece lives here. I was gonna be for a while.
Yeah. Just write down her address. We'll check up on a few days. Writes down the address, and soon enough the wagon's trudging along again, going through this gate. Once you get inside, you all see this strangely tiered ground. It wasn't risen up in any way on the outside, just stands as high as you would expect a level-fielded city to be, but when you get in, the tiers are tiering downwards, and when you look over at certain points, it looks as though the sand is spinning underneath all these boards, and then decreasing in height and then spinning, and at the very center, when you get a good clear view into the entire city itself, the very center is just a big hole. And let's see. Nope. We're good. That's it. That's all you see. It's just a big hole and this city that's built tiered down into it. You're inside Sand Dreams.
Excellent. So the information that we received on the portal etching thing and the fancy recipe, what kind of information do we have on that as to about their whereabouts?
Well, the fancy etching thing for the teleportation circle, that's probably going to be inside the not customs office, no. Let's make a weird name for it. Let's choose the Shenazonian Booth Renew.
Oh boy. Xenophobian Zooth Canoe.
There we go, Zooth Canoe. The Shenazonian Zooth Canoe.
Great. If anybody's wondering, I'm spelling it like this.
There we go, there's our canon spelling of it.
So great. And then what do we know about the recipe location?
You know what? I think Macaron has the information on the recipe stuff. So what do we know about the recipe location?
Well, I mean, it's in the slimes. They're great factories. As far as I've heard, though, it is heavily guarded by all the slime forge workers.
Slime worker factory, huh? Okay, might have to burn that down, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, wouldn't we lose the recipe though?
Maybe.
Maybe we can negotiate with their leader. I think her name is Debbie. Yeah, little Debbie.
Okay. Okay, great.
That's amazing.
Well, it seems like the etching things will be gonna be easy. So maybe we do the factory thing first. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Where's this slime run factory? How do we find that?
Give me a perception check. You can all give me perception checks. From the vantage point I've put you at, you could probably see it, but you know, you gotta look around this time.
21.
21. Oh. Well, you can easily find it then. The slime factory places, they are always easy to spot because they are the only place that has no smoke plumes coming from their factory locations. Because obviously, they don't like fire. So there's no fires going there, so it's a little questionable. How do they do it? They keep a lot of things secret. How they do their processing is super secret.
Sounds like a cannibal situation.
Yeah.
Again, that town was not supposed to be Cannibalville when it first was introduced. It turned into it as we were going through the one-shot. So it might be again. We'll see.
Okay, so there it is, fellas.
Yep.
Let's make our way that way and formulate a plan. Mac, maybe you try to talk to the guard person. Maybe we get in, start a fire, and then grab the recipe. Or maybe that's not the best idea.
Yeah, again, we still lose the recipe if it's on fire.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll have your back. You talk to whoever's at the front door. They'll start looking at you as sour face. We turn them to ash. Talk to the next person.
So, once again, if I don't correctly talk to the person, you're going to kill them in front of my eyes?
Yes. Right, 97? That's what usually happens, right?
You don't see 97.
Cool.
97's walking up to the door of the factory.
Oh, okay, I guess we're 97's back up then.
Nice.
97 walking up to the door of the factory. It's more of a big ornate gate that leading into the slime factory location, and it is guarded by a couple of plasmoids. Are you doing this stealthily or just out in the open?
Nope. Out in the open.
Out in the open? Great.
Tom's stealthy.
Tom's being stealthy? Give me a stealth check then.
Yeah, he's flying, but he is stealthy. Staying to the shadows.
Staying to the shadows.
Yeah, Necron will attempt to do the same with my heavy armor.
Hey.
16.
16, great.
Not a good roll.
What's macarons look like?
5 plus 2, 7.
Amazing. All right. Walking up very obviously to the gate. They do notice you, thankfully. I didn't roll a natural 1. They wouldn't have if I did that. They see this mouse walking up. And as you're walking up, 97, your suspicions to not liking Slimeville were probably really accurate. Because immediately outside of the gate, even kind of slipping through the gate openings, is just about 2 to 3 inches of muck covering the ground.
Yep.
And one of these plasmoids sees you, and you hear in this weird burbling way, which
I'll imitate for the first sentence, but we'll drop from there. Like...
Oh, Zoidberg, okay.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Like, hey, union rep from Slimeville here to check on things for the union.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm pretty sure all the union people are slime people.
They don't know this.
That's just a guess.
Oops. Where are my dice? There they are.
Also, who knows if these guys have union reps?
Guess what? They have a mouse union rep.
They 100% have a union rep with that roll. That is a natural 20. And here at the end, we honor 20s as always successful. Even if it's just a skill check. So, as you're coming up, union rep, the other one kind of laughs a little and says, "Maybe that's why the other two are trying to hide." Pointing at the other two. Or actually, just Macaron. I don't think he notices Tom. "You're supposed to notify us before you come. Why, were we notified? But we were notified. We have to get the manager. The manager needs to be here for the union rep inspections. Oh, no! The manager's on holiday. Oh, dear. Oh.
Holiday! I take out a piece of paper and say, right, manager, not president.
That
Taking
poor
a
one.
vacation. Unapproved.
Oh, shush, George. Don't speak anymore. Sorry, Fred."
George and Fred.
Ah.
Sorry.
They're shaking a little bit, the halberds they're holding, going back and forth, the helmet on their head kind of jiggling on their head. I'm like,
Well, we gonna stand out here all day, or?
"Ah! Well, we can't leave less than 2 here. And they move over to the Jell-O, and you see one of them start fiddling with the Jell-O on the ground, the weird, grimy stuff. "Wait here for 5 minutes. One will be out for escorting."
They start walking in.
"What? You're supposed to... What? Do you need a little raft for the muck?"
No, you're gonna push it out of the way for me.
"I am? Oh, no.
In the
you're
confusion,
not?
Tom-
Oh, I see.
Ah!"
It does seem like
Tom
an
is going to
unsafe working
continue to
environment if you don't.
stealthily fly through the gate in the confusion, shadowing 97's movements.
Okay, trying to stealthily fly in. What was that, Macaron?
Yeah, he just mentioned it does seem like an unsafe working environment if you don't, and maybe they'll come up in a report.
Yeah, oh, okay, right. He kind of slips into 2, and his top half stays where he's at. Okay, he's about maybe a little shorter than Macaron now, and the other half of him starts trudging through the slime and pushing it aside. It has to go back and forth to try to keep the slime from slipping back into your path. But as soon as you're walking after it, after a moment, you do realize that the pathway he made for you has slipped back into just standard, covering everything. As for you, Tom, make another stealth check for me. Because it's in the courtyard area, fairly wide open. There's not really any vegetation here. Maybe not the best environment.
It's a
for it to grow.
27.
Oh yeah, you're still super hidden. They're not even noticing. It's like you're gliding across the ground and just becoming part of the slime to their eyes. As you get up to the big doors entering into the factory, another plasmoid slips through the cracks of the doorway. They don't even bother opening it. Why would you need to? If your body can be squeezed through cracks. It slips through, and it looks more managerial. There's a certain air to them as soon as you rest eyes on this being. It's pseudo head. They have no eyes or mouth or anything, just
glances down towards U97 and up towards Macaron and starts speaking to Macaron immediately. Like, surprise inspection? Well, it's a good thing we're always in top shape here. Sorry about the 2 guards. They're new.
So I don't know if this is possible because it does say I'm supposed to target a creature. I would like to target the ground though, if possible, with the cantrip infestation.
Interesting. Okay, what's infestation do?
You cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature, but I would like to do it just on the ground. You can see within range. There's damage done if it was a creature, but I don't want it to be on a creature. I just want bugs to appear in their factory.
Well, you're not quite in the factory yet. You're still outside of the factory right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that when we get in.
Okay. Good to note. Well, this individual is in front of you now, and their body kind of shapes into a circle around the 2 of you, 97 and Macaron, so that the slime is no longer trying to occupy the space you're at. And I say, what place would you like to inspect first? We have the manufacturing zone, we have the harvesting zones. They're all up and running, fully staffed, as always, 24/7.
Why is the manager not present? I say.
It's been 12 years since they had a holiday.
And?
Well,
What's the standard union rate?
that's a good question. Who wants to roll D20?
I'm on it.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a natty 1.
1 year. They're supposed to mandatory have a holiday once per year, but they haven't. They've been overworking. So, little happy for the surprise inspection. We have some questions for you, too.
Yes, I can see. Your rulebook's way out of date.
Oh, boy. But we just had an inspection 11 years ago.
Oh my
Good.
god, that's not terribly up to date.
Woo! Yeah, this is gonna. Yep, okay. No wonder.
Oh, it figures.
To the production floor.
All right, follow me. Stay and keep up in pace. Otherwise, you might drown, pointing at U97, in the essence. The doors.
Yes, that would definitely look bad on the report that the union representative drowns.
Which is exactly why we don't want it to happen.
So you better watch my pace.
In that case, it kind of slips and goes and forms behind you instead. Lead the way.
I start walking the direction.
The doors swing open, and inside it's like a manufacturing location. Right from the start, you're walking into the warehouse spot, where everything's already kind of packaged and treated very nicely. In here, the items are not covered in goop or slime or anything. In fact, actually, they're all quite pristine. They're a good, let's say, 2 feet up off the ground, so none of the slime or the gook is touching them at all. And you see that the plasmoids who are handling these goods actually have specific kinds of arcane things where they can grab the object and then transfer them from pallet to shelving location without actually having to touch it themselves, keeping their own slime off of it as well. But he shows you around the warehouse spots. There seems to be maybe a couple of things that you pseudo-write them up for. And he gets you to...
What do the infestation?
The infestation. Excellent.
Yeah. As the infestation is happening, since we're on the factory floor, could I look up to see if there's any windows for, like, a manager's office or the like?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check, Macron.
right.
And Tom, give me another stealth check. No, sleight of hand. Let's roll with your previous one, but let's do a sleight of hand to see how sneaky you are with the infestation.
That is a 9 for my investigation.
Okay. You said 9?
Yeah.
9? Cool. That's gonna be good enough.
17 sleight of hand.
17 sleight of hand. Well, managerial offices of that kind are fairly easy to spot, so you do manage to find it. Takes a little bit, but you manage to. Small windows. That might have been why it took a little longer. But right as you're noticing it, you hear a kerfuffle coming from another side of the factory. Some people are starting to cry out, and your person who's guiding you around looks over and looks back at you and vibrates in what can be perceived as probably a worried vibration. It says, "Please, if I can usher you over to these stairs, there is a situation I must handle. As you may be able to know per the union books, emergency situations must be handled by the manager on duty, and that would be me. You can wait by my office if you would like."
That's
What's the
acceptable.
situation?
Well, I will have more information on that soon. You can give me an insight check if you'd like.
All right.
I make my stealthy way toward the said office.
26 insight.
26 insight. You could tell he knows exactly what the situation is. I mean, you've seen them communicate through the sludge in the bottom. He's just not telling you. And no one noticed Tom do what he did. Oh, the roll I just rolled. So he takes you over to these stairs that are not covered in slime. They're kind of grated so that slime slips through the ground. Which kind of draws in the question, how do these plasmoids climb up these stairs, if that's the case? But, maybe later. Gets you onto the stairs so that you're safe, and then immediately excavates himself and says, "I will be back momentarily."
We go up to the office.
The door, if you try it, is locked.
Unlock.
Give me what is it called?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, yes. That's it.
Oh, if you want, I can maybe help you maybe a little bit better with this. Make sure you can, hold the lockpick.
Just walk under the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna guidance that for sure.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Mac. That's very friendly of you. That's gonna be a 34.
Oh, boy. So, 97 squeezing under this door. You get most of the way through, and then your face just gets slammed by another layer of sludge that is being blocked from coming out of the room. The door swings inwards. So as you're there, give me an athletics or an acrobatics check, 97. You might be about to get dragged along the door as it's getting swung open. Nope.
Wow. Second natural 20. That means
Oh,
I'm rolling
boy.
once from here on out.
Maybe. That brings excitement for me. But you managed to, as soon as you could feel the door start to move, you just slam to the ground, and the door swings open. Your face is drooping with a weird slime. It's pretty gross. Yeah, but the inside, there's another layer of this slime you can see, Macaron and Tom, and there's 97 on the ground, stands up. Happy dappy. Big, I'm going to call it a mahogany desk. On the inside, like writing utensils, papers, big stack of paper. One of them is inside a basket that says to-dos, and the other basket that says done. And the basket that says done has a very slim stack of paper in there. But the to-dos is, oh boy, it's high up there. There's a picture with a frame of another plasmoid that looks very elegant and regal in its form. Maybe not the one you were just talking to. It's hard to tell.
Oh, nice. That's some great work, 97. I love the initiative you had on that one. Mac, way to back him up. Nice. Maybe if somebody comes, tell them all union reps have a skeleton key to all managerial offices. See how that goes. Now, let's try to find this here recipe. I'm going to go look behind the picture, see if there's a safe there.
There is.
Yes.
How uncreative of them.
Matt would like to keep a lookout to make sure that the guy's not coming back upstairs.
Okay, Matt, give me a perception check.
Absolutely. Will guidance myself on this. 22 plus 1, 23.
23. You could see that the figure that was escorting you around is currently standing in what looks to be a circle of these plasmoids, and they're all kind of waving around and flopping in their own way, communicating with each other. But they're circled around a singular spot, and they look confused, if anything. They might be there for a while, but you found them, you spotted them, so you'll have a good idea of if they're heading your way again.
Hey, I found it. I found a safe. 97. Why don't you come and help me crack this baby?
Okay. Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yep.
Staying off the floor.
Kind of using Macron's shoulder probably to
Okay.
jump onto another chair, jump onto the desk, jump over to the table that's underneath the picture frame, and picture frame is, oh, that's 1.5 feet. That's a ways up.
Climb up.
Or Tom will throw down a rope if needed.
A tiny little string of a rope comes down from the other side of the painting. And you climb up, get into this little crevice that's made into the area, and this safe is going to swing outwards. You might, depending on how big the door and how thick the door is, you might have enough room to still open the safe without having to remove the picture frame.
Excellent. Is it one of the dialy fellas?
It's one of those dialy fellas, yeah.
That's just what I had in mind.
No lock picking in this one.
Mac, we're gonna be working in here. Give us a little heads up if anybody's coming. Okay. I'm gonna turn the dial. You listen. See when it clicks.
Can we start with something first?
What?
0, 0, 0. Click, click. Open. Because they have been so initiative already with that they do around here.
We try zeros? Okay. Does that
work? Who wants to give me the percentile dice?
Oh.
I can
see if it works.
It was 97's plan.
Yeah, go for it.
Say anything lower than a 50. Oh, 77.
Nope.
Didn't work, but
Good.
the second number did click on a 0. You're going to have to reset it, but you know it starts with a 0.
Oh, excellent.
Can't be the second number. It's just the first number. It starts with a 0. Because they're all zeros.
Excellent.
Oh, direction. No, yeah. So the second number, clockwise, it starts clockwise, then it'll move counterclockwise, but it starts with a 0.
Okay.
You mean is 0? It clicks only on the number.
Yes, it clicks on the number 0 when you go clockwise. So that, is the starting number. Then going counterclockwise, you have to find what the next number is.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'll click it. You listen. Well, I'll try to listen too. We both listen.
Going for it. Okay, you can both give me perception checks, or one of you can do a perception check with advantage.
I'll give him advantage.
Give him advantage? Okay, Tom,
I
give me
think your
perception.
perception's better than mine, so.
It's 5.
That's 1 better than mine.
Okay, let's do it. 18.
18. It clicks on an 8.
Hot. Okay. Is this a what do we call these things? What's the thing we're trying to break into?
Safe?
Safe. Is this a safe a kind that we're aware of? Do we know how many numbers are typically in it?
Usually 3.
Let's go with 3. Yeah, that's a good
We'll
number
try 3.
basis.
Okay, cool. We'll start with that then. Okay. Well, we got 2, so we need just one more.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, that's not. That's an 8.
That's an 8. Well, you don't
At
hear
advantage?
it. Was it? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it was
boy.
gonna be I rolled a natty 1 and a 3, so
Oh,
Ouch.
that wasn't the one for us.
You're going along and you hear it eventually click, and it's a louder click, but at the same time, the group of the plasmoids are starting to break up, and the managerial figure is starting to head back towards the office.
Oh, they're heading back. They're heading back.
Okay, give me a 5-second countdown. I'm gonna try to figure out the last number before they get here.
Oh, it's clicked.
we got
It's
the last-
clicked. The
yeah.
challenge I've thrown at you is the fact that the meeting thing is over and the manager's coming your way now.
I can try to distract him.
Yeah.
Do it, Mac.
he quickly just like as
Up
like
off
he's
the ledge.
God,
Well,
as they're
it's
running out,
called-
he just says, "Please don't set anything on fire." As he runs over towards the person who was leading us around before. As he does so, he's just gonna wait on the stairs and just like using the insight check, he's just gonna have like his arms crossed, trying to look like as angry or as like disappointed as possible.
Okay. As he gets up to the stairs, as these other two are struggling to twist the dial, this heavy dial that is made for a medium-sized creature to turn, they're working together and getting the safe actually opened. This managerial figure, gets up to the stairs. We're going to call him Wobbly. That's his name now. It's Wobbly. Wobbly approaches, sees you. He's kind of scratching his head. He looks really confused still. But he sees you at the top of the stairs and like, "Oh, is everything all right? Where is your the inspector?"
Well, maybe the better question is everything all right with you?
Are you trying to intimidate him?
I think so, yeah.
Give me an intimidation check.
Yeah, +0 on this.
Well, you can use strength if that's better.
Well, 17 actually.
Oh, good. Well, he shrieks a little bit, goes, "Oh, well, there was a problem. One of the people, one of our workers, thought there was an infestation of bugs going on over there, but there was no trace of the bugs anywhere. But the ground says that they were there, and part of the ooze is gone now too, so but they must have been there, but there's no evidence, none at all. We have a best inspector come in every week just to make sure, can't be having our goods," and he starts just rambling on with a nervous energy.
As he says, like, the best inspector, he's just like, he tilts his head. He says, "I thought you said your last inspection was 11 years ago."
Well, union inspection. We have different kinds of scheduled ones, you know, those kinds. Oh boy, where is Wibbly when you need them?
This is the first time you guys have been seeing bugs on the factory floor.
Plasmoid stiffens. Yes.
Are you sure about that?
No, it happens once a month or so when the sands are slow. They want a place to crawl in, and it's winter time now. It's cold out there and warm in here. That, and they find us nutritious.
Oh, I know. And he just like he walks over and he just kind of like slings like an arm around the plasmoid.
I think he's like taking a seat on the stairs now as well. It just
He
looks a little
sits by him
sad.
just like, I get it.
Please don't shut
We
us
need to kind of
down.
stop these in the future, though.
Oh, we've tried so many different methods. They're all over.
We seal things on the ground. We have this ooze that, eliminates them immediately. It has a mind of its own.
We tried some plants, maybe. I know there's some that are like a little bit of a natural insecticide. They won't interfere with the factory floor or anything like that.
Plants? I don't think so. We can try some plants in the future. Well, do you know the kinds?
Yeah, like a lemongrass or something.
Lemongrass.
Macaron would know better than I do.
He nods contemplatively, or thoughtfully. There we go.
Wobbly, let me be real. Come here. Hey, he kind of like, just like leans in, just like, leaning around, just like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see your hard work out here. I know that you're doing a good job, all right?
We work 14-hour days. Union requirements.
That's so rough. You have to keep working with the union. Just get a little bit better with your hours and the like. And between you and me, those other two, they want to shut this place down after what they saw. I believe in you, right?
Yeah. Yes. We don't want to get shut down. This is our only place that we can work.
Oh, jeez. Tell you what, you get back down to your crew, you talk to them about the plants, you rally them, make sure that that everyone's really showing that they're 110%. I'll try and put in a good word with the others, all right?
Give me a persuasion check.
Big money? That's a 2?
Oh, boy!
I wish if it was a 1, I could at least re-roll it.
Yeah. Halfling luck. With a 2, I will need to give the right paperwork. They need the information known very well. And he starts to stand up and starts to head up towards the managerial office. But before we tackle that problem, you other two do manage to get the door open. And when you pull it open a little bit and take a peek inside, it's very dark. Any of you have dark vision?
Do I not? So surprising. I guess I don't.
Oh, wow.
If allowed to cast my buffs, I'm assuming before we would go on this, because we didn't get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
I do have Eyes of Night. I could give dark vision out to 300 feet to everyone in the party.
Oh, yeah. We could say that you did that before you got to the factory.
Helps.
Helps. So, yeah, you all have dark vision, up to 300 feet.
Okay.
Nice.
And just inside is what looks to be a candle. It's been lit before. There's wax dripping down the sides of it. Looks like the wick at the top is also blackened from having been lit before. Just a candle and a simple little piece of paper. When you look at the piece of paper, it's a list of instructions of what to do to enter a place called the Dream Realm.
Oh boy. What kind of instructions does it provide?
The kind of symbol you want to draw underneath the candle, a set of phrases you need to say when you light the candle, some basic ingredients that you'll need.
This is tricky, 97.
Right down at the bottom, in smaller print, because the page is taken up by the instructions, it says, "To the greatest recipes of all time."
Oh, no. I'm going to admit to you.
Take it. Just take it.
But,
Take it. Take it.
Okay, fine.
It doesn't say it has to be done here, does it?
True, but I'm
doesn't-
just saying, this feels a little bit like a trap to me. I know these guys don't seem very sophisticated, but this seems like you do this and then you're stuck in some sort of prison forever.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Fair enough. Do you think the candle's a part of it?
Yes.
All right. Take the candle as well.
Take the candle, the paper, close the vault. Close the vault.
Now,
Yep.
my question is, do you all have like a bag of holding or something? Because this candle
is as big as you, Tom.
Well, I mean, I already have a candle. I guess it's a me-sized.
It's gonna be
Wait, I
you-sized
do have a
candle.
bag of holding.
Hey,
Yay!
that's good.
Alright.
So you're not gonna be coming out conspicuously with this candle as big as you that he definitely knows what is. And this piece of paper as well, so you could stick those in the bag of holding. They disappear rather quickly.
Nice.
Get it all shut again and locked up and sneak out of the picture frame just in time to get into a better position as the managers
Can I find
Yeah.
real fast? Find the handbook, the union handbook.
Oh yes, it is very it is used currently to level a display. It's underneath a display leg, and it's keeping it
I
level.
just want to stand by it with my note paper out, my pad out, writing down
As
when he comes in.
as a
Using-
manager,
I will
Gets-
still be hiding.
still be hiding. Okay. And you could see now Macaron how they walk up these stairs. He takes these little wooden platform things, puts them underneath two pseudopods that then step on the stairs, and he gets up to the doorway. And just as you both are getting to the doorway, you could see just inside there's 97 standing by a book that looks to be like it's holding up a display of some kind. And what's your stealth check, Tom?
Ooh, 13.
13? Okay. He takes a look in, sees 97, and you just hear Macaron, you hear him under his breath say, "Oh no." But he says openly to all of you, except for you, Tom. Doesn't look like he's noticed you. Shockingly. But he says to everyone present that he knows is present, "I keep telling him that's not where that belongs. But Whitley, he does things his own way."
Using the union handbook as a leveling device.
It's
Yes,
outdated, so, just a relic, supposedly, at this point,
admits to
right?
being outdated. Yes, of course.
Well, oh no. Macaron, help.
I really told you to focus on the team. Maybe you could have gotten a little bit extra points in that way.
His form just droops.
Well, fine. This is not looking good, but tell you what. Where are the union dues that you've been collecting for us? Let's see if we got that correct. 11
Does
years
he
worth
though?
of dues should be about
Boy. Oh, it's gonna be notated in one of the ledgers. I don't think you would have that amount inside the safe. We could check the safe if you would like for the dues in there, but if not, then they will be with the bank, and the bank will have the amount. If it's 11 years, it's gonna be quite a bit.
I assume that it's going to be in the bank. I think we should head that direction.
You want me to leave? I'm the only manager on duty.
As being the manager on duty, you're the one that has access to the bank account, correct?
Yes.
And if we're to leave with the dues, how do you propose to get them out of the bank and give it to us?
We are so short-staffed.
Oh,
If
you're
I-
short-staffed now.
No! Ah! You are turning this poor guy to a nervous wreck.
While that's happening, Tom would like to use his ring of X-ray vision to see if there's anything else hidden in this room.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Would it be possible for me to investigate instead of
Yeah,
perceive?
sure. Investigation, that works too.
Ooh, that's a natty 20 on the ooh
Ooh, woo.
for 28.
Okay. Well, for the natty 20, there is now. There's a floor safe as well.
Oh. Okay, well then. Wait, I thought I had this cantrip. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought I had that messenger cantrip. That must be somebody else. Okay, well then. All right, so I'm going to try to get to where this safe is stealthily. I might have to stay and break in after they leave, depending on how long it takes. So I'm going to do that.
Okay, getting over to the location. It is on the floor, which means it is covered by about an inch and a half to 2 inches of just pure muck. Grossness. You can see that there is a keyhole, but there's a flap over the keyhole, keeping the muck away from it. You get the sense that this safe is specifically for them to primarily be able to open themselves, because they can separate themselves and get this muck cleared off of the ground. So, in order to get in there, you'll have to figure out a way to do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to hold off until they leave the office then.
All right. The manager who's on duty takes a piece of paper, starts scribbling a little bit on it, and you could see that he's putting reasonings into why he's about to promote someone to also be a manager. And this person does deserve a promotion. He's mumbling under his breath a little bit of, "We'll have to take a pay cut myself in order to afford the raise he gets, but that's okay. It's better than losing our jobs." He takes the piece of paper and they eventually leave the office. And you could hear the door shut and there's and as he locks it again.
Great. Well, it might not be. I think this might be the right amount of intensity.
Yeah? That's a change.
I'm going to use the cantrip Firebolt
My God.
to dry up the area around it, just repeatedly. I do not care if all the papers catch on fire. And whenever I see an opening, I'm gonna go ahead and use the spell I just chose. I'm gonna use knock to bust it open.
Okay. All right. Using Firebolt. Well,
Not
the
Firebolt.
others.
Oh yeah, it is Firebolt.
Yeah, Firebolt. Yeah. Not Fireball. Firebolt. It's much calmer, much gentler. You might think. Yeah, well, I'm gonna roll this one. Let's see what happens. Well, that's a 6%. So, how many times do you cast Firebolt?
However many times it takes to get an opening to open the safe up. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
roll
not sure.
roll a d12. We're gonna add 4 to it because I imagine it's gonna take 4 minimum, given your size.
Okay, 12. This is a 12.
It's the unloved dice.
2.
6 times. You use it a total of 6 times. And on the 6th time, you do notice, though, as you're casting it, there's like a weird... Yeah, have you ever lit one of those... have you ever seen that web layer that spiders tend to put over fields and then when it's lit on fire? That kind of starts to happen with repeated casting of this. It starts to recede away and then get eaten. But when you stop, it keeps going.
Cool.
And eating the muck away.
Knock.
You hear a ting, and the safe is unlocked.
Get in there, grabbing everything. I'm gonna be in such a hurry. I'm just gonna grab everything, put it in the bag of holding. Not even gonna look at it yet.
Excellent. You grab everything, all the contents in there, put it in the bag of holding. You don't even look at it yet. And it's still burning everything away.
Nice. I'm gonna cast Firebolt a couple of more times at piles of paper.
Okay.
And then I am going to fly above the door and wait for somebody to come in.
It doesn't take too long at all. Give me a stealth check.
We have to burn everything down. Every place
24.
cannot be untouched by fire. With a 24, they don't notice you as they come bursting in sooner than you expected. It almost sounded like they were charging up those stairs as you were starting to light the papers on fire. They come bursting in, see the flame progressing through, and you hear this weird warbling coming from them, and a bunch of the other people start coming around as well, and you can sneak out with that 24, up keeping high, where they don't really seem to be checking.
Nice.
Find an open window up high, exit out, and see the other two are being escorted by this manager who looks even more worried now. For some reason, you are the two, 97 and Macaron. He starts getting a little even more fidgety. And he says, well, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to the bank with these people. Whatever this is, it's Chad's problem now. He has to take care of it. Poor Chad.
I'm gonna shadow those guys as they're walking. I'm gonna try to use my what's it called? Thieves' cant to signal 97 and Mac that I'm with them. However that
Okay.
works.
I do not have thieves' cant.
It probably works like you taking a mirror of some kind and just reflecting the light down onto, I'd say probably 97's eyes. Macaron's new to you all, so he doesn't know group signals just yet. It's like, what was that? Are you okay? I head into the bank. It's a big, ornate building. Very, let's make it friendly looking. It looks happy. Like, people are joyous in this spot. They're happy to work here, happy to be here. He gets you to the till. They very joyously.
Makes everybody happy. I'm happy.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're getting paid. We're happy.
And he tells them the general information, fills out paperwork, and the clerk goes out the back. And when the clerk comes back, they say, well, I'm sorry, Wobbles. The safe that you told us about for the funds, it is empty. There is nothing in there. What? It is Stone Bear.
When was the last time the safe was
That's
accessed?
just-
Oh, you're logged.
Let me take a look at this. Ganassi-looking folk make him a water Ganassi, because we are in the desert. What sounds more unfriendly?
Slime and water, yeah.
Slime and water, yeah. He starts flipping through some of the pages, leaving little wet marks on some of the pages as he's flipping through. And yes, the last person who came in was roughly 2 weeks ago, and Wibley, the general manager, he was the one who came in, said he was making a deposit, though.
So you don't track when they make withdrawals?
We do, but he was supposed to be making a deposit, not a withdrawal.
Wibbly, do you remember that you making a deposit 2 weeks ago?
Oh, I'm wobbly.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
Bob.
sorry.
Wibbly's the one that's on vacation. So what we're saying is he withdrew all of the union funds and went on vacation. Huh.
Wobbly just kind of shrinks down even more.
Oh, that's just terrible.
I don't know what to be telling you. If you do not know where they are, then you would need to be asking them. It is a private, safe location. We're not allowed to see what kind of things they put in there. Just take the documentation. They let us know. They let us know what the value is. And that is it. If he wasn't supposed to make a withdrawal, then he wasn't supposed to make a withdrawal.
There are more finer tapes to it, of course, but you would need to be talking to the district head for that, not me. I just manage this branch.
Nope, I think we have what we need. Very well.
While they're inside, I'm gonna check the loot to see what was in that floor safe.
The loot? There's a book. There's a banknote that's dated roughly 2 weeks ago. There's a picture of what looks to be 3 plasmoids. One smaller, another one a little shorter than the other, but there's two humanoid looking plasmoids. The smaller one doesn't look like it's fully yet forming itself.
Okay. What does the banknote say?
Banknote is for withdrawal. Not withdrawal, deposit. Deposit of union funds. 256 gold.
Deposit.
Yes.
At this bank or different
Yes.
bank?
Yeah, this bank.
Interesting. What about the book?
The book? Looks to be a diary. Do you speak Aquan?
Good question. No.
No? It's a bunch of scribbles you don't understand. You do understand the date stamp on it, though.
Okay. What is the date?
Oh, well, the last date was, the same date, actually, as the deposit slip.
Okay. Heck, I'm gonna wait for them to be coming out, and then I'm gonna rush toward them very obviously. Yeah.
We exit the bank.
He's at the bank. Wobbly coming out with you. He's kind of looping back and forth, side by side. And,
Sorry, Wobbly.
and this little fairy comes zooping up to you all.
Sir,
Oh,
speaking to 97. As requested, I have made my own investigation of the plant. Seems to be corrupt from the core. You'll note this banknote
no.
found by the manager, plus this diary, both from 2 weeks ago. I believe that's nefarious, even more corruption is afoot. You, sir, are you able to read this? What does it say?
I know it's Wibbly's diary. Takes it with shaking pseudopods. Opens up the book. It's awkward, I can read it. I feel wrong reading his diary, though. This isn't right.
He is a thief. He has lost such rights.
He shuffles through and starts reading a little bit. You can hear him mumbling in a strange language under his breath. And, oh dear. Well, his family left him recently. Looks like he was very depressed. I didn't know that happened. Oh. He snaps the book shut, puts it into his body. I shouldn't be telling you the rest. Trade secrets. Even as Union people, you're not supposed to know.
Sir, you see the insubordination of this individual?
That is not insubordination.
Should I proceed with his incarceration
What?
and potentially execution?
No.
You have no rights to the secrets of the company, just the managing of the people and the workforce. This is regarding the secrets of the company. That is not within Union.
Yep, it's not within the Union stuff what their secrets are. We're not here for their secrets. We're here for the Union and the Union dues, which of course aren't being paid now for 11 years. So the factory is no longer under the protection of the Union. been disbanded. As far as the union is concerned.
Oh no. What?
So I'm sure your company secrets are useful now, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh. I feel like I should ask for
Where
a
is the money?
persuasion or an intimidation check.
No, we don't want the secrets. I
Oh.
really don't want the secrets.
Oh, well, Tom would
I
like the
want-
secrets. Why do we not
I
want the
want-
secrets?
I want the money.
If he took the money, then it's not here.
He stole
It's
the money.
Not
So
here.
you can tell the company that the union no longer represents the workers, and we will be filing charges against the company.
Well, he's writhing his pseudopods together a little bit. I can't tell you the secrets, but I might be able to help you find him.
You know where Wibbly is?
It's in his diary, yes. But it's part of the company's secrets. He's traveled to a place only we know about.
I see. I think we're done here.
With that, Tom turns around and flies off in a huff.
Well, we could see about getting the money for the union. We'll work on it. Please don't abandon the workforce.
We're okay. We're okay. The
Wibbly, are you
company's secret
sure you
is
want
the
to keep
dream
working
realm.
this job?
No. I think I'll move back to Slimeville.
that might be for the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, Macaron.
but you don't know the new rules.
Huh?
Any slimes that have been assigned to outside of Slimeville work territory that cause actions in which to be reflected negatively upon slime, especially being deunionized, means you're banished from Slimeville. The whole workforce.
Give me a persuasion check. Just leave this guy crushed.
Here's where my one's gonna come into play. Where's my D20? Oh, that'll be a 10.
A 10? Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, he's already on a roll, so.
he's already on a roll. He's already pretty insecure in things, and as you're saying this, there's the two of Macaron and 97. The two of you notice. This won't be news to you, Tom. You're the cause of it. That off in the distance, where that slime factory is, there's a pillar of smoke coming from it now, and his back's to it, and he kind of just slumps over even more, like, I have nowhere to go.
It looks like you might have a factory to go to.
Maybe we can put in a good word though with the higher ups and see if we can make an exception. As he's just like staring in horror at the smoke.
Just loses all sense of humanoid form and shape.
We better go take care of that.
Start slipping his way that direction.
Tell you what, you make plans to have the slime, so we'll see what we can do, right? He's just looking desperately at the other two.
He
Once the slime
sleeps
leaves,
off. Yeah. Slimed off.
Tom will fly back around and nice work, fellas. I think that went swimmingly.
You can do one thing.
What?
What?
Is the factory on fire right now?
I mean, just a little.
That's a coincidence. That's nothing to do with us.
Well said, 97. Well said.
We didn't light the fire. But anyway.
It was
We
always
got
burning
this
since it was been turning.
instruction to go to this here dream world, which may be where this manager fella is.
I think so. With our money.
Right. Maybe with this recipe as well.
And with the recipe. Many recipes.
We should probably find a
Let's find a hotel
secure
room.
location. Yes, well said.
What's the recipe?
We don't know. It's instructions to get to a place called Dreamland.
Oh, the recipe is the instruction. Never mind. Sorry. Okay.
So question though, do we want to do this first? Since if this is possibly a non-locational based entry portal, do we want to get the etching and leave town before things get more questioned?
97. You're using your noggin, and I like it. To the etching, to the xenophobian Zooth canoe.
I love that
Okay.
name. It's an amazing name. You head to the xenophobian Zooth canoe, and it's like an arcane space where there's a bunch of different wizards in there playing around with magical spells. At one point, you do see one of them accidentally disintegrate himself.
Oh my
Just
god.
vanishes and turns into a pile of dust. I rolled a 12%, so it happened. And like no one bats an eye. They just kind of look at it, nod, and start scribbling on their papers. You hear one of them as you're passing by, "Well, let's not use that one again." And another one casts a spell, and a simulacrum gets created, and then starts casting another experimental spell itself. It's fine. It was just a simulacrum that disintegrated itself.
Huh.
Those things are temporary anyway.
Very powerful, though.
Mhm.
That's like a 9th level spell, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
crazy.
pretty big one. Don't pick a fight here.
Okay.
Unless no.
Unless.
We never
Yo.
pick a fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
You find your way to
Yeah.
the clerk who's there, and you were probably given papers for like the reasoning and the why by the boss man to why you need to get in there. If you want to use the circle, that'll be 2,000 gold. But if you just want to get the inscribing of it, that's free.
That's what we want to do.
Great. Surcharge of 200 gold. That's what the guy says in that voice. He looks up at you and says, "In order to get you in there, I need to give you 200. You need to give me 200 gold. That's the cost. Doing what we do is expensive."
I want to know if he's lying to me.
Okay, give me an insight check.
I don't know.
He's
Natty
super honest. Super honest. Like, you've
Okay.
never believed someone so much in your life.
Okay, great. I hand him 200 gold.
Takes the 200 gold, neutral face the whole time, stands up. Come with me. Guides you to a room with a very big circle in it. Now you're gonna have to transcribe and get into your little book, Tom, and get it all ready,
Alright.
and have it. You've achieved the main purpose while you're here.
Too easy. We're gonna have to make it harder. Steal my money back.
No, not from here. We know our limits. Kind of.
Kind of.
Okay, yeah, let's steal it.
He did pocket it. It is in his pocket. So I mean, if you want to give it a shot, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, somebody makes their living on observation. I don't know.
I saw the simulacrum spell going off, and I'm like, I know what that means.
We do not want
Tom's not gonna go that route. He's chaotic, but he's not that crazy.
So, what kind of sleight of hand would it be if I use max hand?
At disadvantage.
At
It would definitely be
disadvantage.
at disadvantage, and I would probably give them advantage on the perception
wait,
check.
I have a
to
wait.
see
I
it.
have a ring of it. I have a ring of truth.
Oh,
I get advantage to see if somebody's lying to me.
All right. Okay.
In that case, it's a 17.
17? He was lying to a degree.
Yeah, I overpaid. Okay. Okay, fine. Well, I'm gonna see what 97 does.
You could use a hand to pickpocket someone.
Nah. He's
Mac.
part of the group.
Macaron, I'm just gonna.
I just looked at it real
I'm gonna
fast.
say,
Nah.
as you're walking back with these two, the fairy's eyeing the pocket. It looks like they're deliberating, just really considering and thinking. And 97's looking back and forth from your hand to the pocket. Your hand to the pocket.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's just giving that slow shake of his head, just eyes wide.
As he walked by another place with
Do you have
simulacrum.
small hands or big hands?
As he asks that. One of the rooms
relatively bigger than yours.
One of the rooms to the right, a being who's completely on fire goes running and screaming across the hall into another room. Don't worry about that. It happens all the time.
So I've never used this ability. So I'm not 100% sure how it works. But apparently, for a conjuration wizard, I can do something called a mage hand domain. Basically, when I cast mage hand, I can make the spectral hand invisible.
Ooh.
Stow and retrieve objects, use thieves' tools, pick locks, disarm thing. I can disguise this with a sleight of hand check. So I'm gonna leave this place, then send an invisible hand in to try to steal my money back, plus whatever else is in that pocket.
Okay. So as you all leave, you cast this invisible magic hand there. Give me a stealth check. As it's invisible, it would be at advantage, but you're not rolling at advantage, because your hand has disadvantage for a reason I'm not going to tell you yet.
Sure. 23.
23. Of course, that's when I roll a natural 20.
No!
You cast it. You have that connection. You're feeling confident, a little sly of the hand, and then suddenly connection's gone.
Okay, I run.
The door flies open again, and someone's like, "Who did it? Who was the mage hand man? Who was the mage hand guy? Who was it?"
I turned invisible.
They're looking at Macaron at 97 now. I'm like, was it one of you two?
I can't even cast mage hand.
Do what?
Huh?
I don't know magic.
Persuasion check from one of you.
I'm not magical.
I ran away as soon as I felt that thing and turned myself invisible.
Yep, you're gone. You're gone.
What's your persuasion? I got 0.
Not high enough.
Not high enough. Oh no.
1.
Oh.
Yeah, +1.
So I got a 5. Yeah.
With the 5, it's like, well, I don't know either of you. You look like you got some magic-y stuff too, and you definitely have magic items on you. We're gonna need to detain the both of you.
Well, that's not a correlation.
Hey, you gotta correlate where you can when there's only a couple of people here. I mean, it wasn't any of them.
You're barging into a room, and the two people that are in the room you're accusing of doing what?
Oh, we're outside right now. One of you two just cast Mage Hand, and we're just doing something, and it looked skeevy. Okay, right? It was one of you. It had to be one of. There's only 2 of you here. At this point, you will realize that Tom is gone.
Yeah, and Tom never existed.
What is this building made out of?
It's made out of wood and sandstone.
Excellent. Tom's gonna do the only thing he knows how to do.
Just light it on
Fire.
fire.
Turning it invisible. He's gonna go on top, cast fireball on the roof, and then
Okay.
run away.
Yeah. As this is happening, I think Macaron's just going and say like, well, I mean, it has a decent enough range, right? Maybe while you're questioning us, the real person could be getting away.
big explosion on the roof as you finish that
Oh
sentence.
God!
And he turns around, and it's like, "Ha!" and then starts flying as he uses the spell fly to fly up. Tom, your invisibility is broken for having cast a spell, so give me a stealth check.
Is that how that works?
That is how that works. It has to be greater invisibility.
Oh no. 29.
All right, let's see how well he does this time.
Don't natty 20 me.
Natty 1.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Oh.
So he's flying up, looking around, all confused. At this point, 97 and
I
Macaron.
disappeared.
Yeah, he stopped paying attention to you two. And Macaron, you suddenly find this. Tom's gone. Oh, 97's gone now too. What do you do?
Skedaddling, man.
Right away. Heading on off. There is another fire in the town. This one, though, is taken care of fairly quickly. Bunch of powerful wizards, conjure water, not inconceivable for them to have. So it's put out, but now they're all kind of scattering around and flying all over the place, looking for someone, whoever did this.
Time to leave town.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Time to leave? How you leaving town?
Ooh. Through the portal.
What?
Sand Dreams portal. I'm gonna use the same lighty techniques to get 97's attention, and then signal him towards the whirlpool portal.
So we're all going?
Yes.
Is there any signal made to Macaron to meet you guys there?
He did, but you apparently don't know what the signal
Yes.
means.
Oh. In that case, Macaron, at some point you get light in your eyes again. Oh, it's so blinding!
Why does this keep happening?
Well, you see it's coming from this fairy who's up in the corner, just kind of like, hey, blinding you guys.
Yeah, he looks over, kind of thinks of like if he's going to be more in danger with or without the group, and after like a hot minute of deliberation will eventually follow after.
You all eventually regroup in your own way and head down towards where this gaping hole, the sand is spinning and then just falling into a black void of nothing. You can't see any bottom. You don't even hear the sand as it's hitting that location. The sand, it's constantly making noise around the entire time. You've had this constant buzzing of sand moving inside your ears, but as soon as you get up to this hole, it's not anymore. There's no noise of any kind. But you do see on the other side, eventually as you're staring into this void, a figure just and gets chucked onto one of these other little port things that are leaning out into it. Lands heavily, stands up, dusts himself off, and just starts walking. That seems traversable.
Yeah, they prepared for it. Jump.
The old jump.
We're just going.
Yep.
Okay. We jump in.
Jump in. I would like Tom.
Wait, as we're jumping in, I throw a rope to the other two. I don't know how this thing works, so I want to make sure we end up in the same place.
Okay. Good call. Good call. I was about to scatter everyone. So, so Tom, as you've kind of taken the initiative on that little bit, and because you're carrying a certain something, why don't you go ahead and give me a d20 roll? Just a d20. Tell me what the result is.
5.
5? Excellent. As you're trudging into this vast nothing, every sense of existence seems to slip away and start to vanish.
You start losing sense of your own body, your own thought process, like you were always this, right? Just a consciousness that existed. You never had any physical self to yourself. But Tom, you end up feeling this weird warmth coming from your bag of holding. It seems to be flaring up and starts to really burn on the side of your leg. I'm gonna give you some damage. Cool. Great. 5 points of fire damage as your leg kind of singes and sears a little bit, and the void itself seems to split. Just as you're seeing a light at the end of this vast nothingness, you're shunted left and pulled, and because you're attached to Tom, the rest of you are pulled in with him as well. And you suddenly find yourself standing in a vast white expanse in a field. There's buildings that seem to crawl up around you as well. In fact, actually, who wants to describe where you've just ended up? Paint us a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you? You're in the dream realm now, so you know what, Tom? You.
Okay.
What does it look like?
Well, I'm thinking the structures appear to be made out of gingerbread. That seems right. They're made out of gingerbread. It's always winter here, but the snow is frosting. And it's also always evening, but the stars are bright enough that it doesn't matter. Yeah. Also, a lot of the buildings seem way too tall, as if they should fall over, being made out of gingerbread especially, but that seems totally stable. Yeah. That seems about right.
Amazing. As these gingerbread houses start coming up around you, they're all very tall, some of them leaning in ways where you really swear that thing should be falling over. They must have some real good structural integrity to them. There are these wisps of light bobbing around as well, almost like a mote, just a random mote of light. And I want everyone to roll d20 and let me know what you get.
So I got a nat 1. Would my halfling lucky do anything here, or?
Do you want it to do anything? Do you want to reroll that?
This might be the only chance I get to use lucky. Let's try it.
Let's try it. Okay.
It's 16 instead.
16 instead. Okay. Tom, what'd you get?
19.
19? See, that 97 got a 12, so 97, you get the trick. As you're standing observing everything around here, one of these motes of light is low enough that some of its rays of light just pass through your head. And as it does, you start hearing these whispers, voices of, you need to take the wood and you need to scrape it in this way, and if you scrape it in this way, it starts actually treating it far, far better, and it's going to last longer, the integrity of it is going to be great, and then it cuts off at that point.
Okay. And that was from a wisp of light.
That was from a wisp of light.
And the wisp of light is moving.
It's moving along. Down one of these pathways in this strange gingerbread town.
That was weird.
Is this Dreamland or Dream World? I can't remember.
It's called Dreamland.
Okay, cool. That's what I wrote down, actually.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Where are we?
Well, I will say my bag was burning before we came here, Maybe this is Dreamland? I pull the paper out to see if the instructions mention going into the portal.
They do. It's actually the first thing you need to do.
Oh.
While carrying the candle, jump into the portal. The candle's actually on your way. You need the candle to get out.
Oh. Too easy. Check us out, guys. Geniuses.
Okay, what's the next step?
Improv! We make stuff up as we go.
Hey.
What's the next step?
The next step is locate what you want to find by listening to the light.
Okay. Mac, this seems like your sort of thing. What do you think this means?
Listen to the light? I mean, I guess we can try to press our ears to the light beams or something?
Well, when that light beam passed through me, I heard voices.
Oh.
Go stand in the light beam.
I guess so. He'll go over to a random light beam and stand in it.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
All right. 4.
A 4. All right. As you walk into this light beam, you start hearing very intricate instructions on how to make one of the finest swords you've ever heard. Like it's a very fine process. It would be kind of like akin to making a Damascus steel sword. Processy. It takes a lot of experience, but all that experience while you're here, you feel like you can do that. It's not just the knowledge of it, but the capability that's also getting kind of passed on. Make a wisdom saving throw.
And Mac calls over
15.
Ted.
What was that?
15.
15? Okay. The knowledge is almost embedding itself into your brain, and you start to realize that you're forgetting the recipe to your favorite quiche. It's pushing another piece of information up. I know you need that quiche recipe. That was your mother's recipe. That's in the family. It's been in the family for generations.
Yeah, no, he immediately just jumps out of it, like with now like half a quiche recipe and half the sword, like
a weird mix.
Yeah, no, like wait, no, I'm not supposed to like put the thing in the forge.
What do you have the quiche put together? You need to put it in the forge.
God. Guys, I felt like my mind get changed by it. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Did you forget something?
I don't know. I forgot.
Okay. Well, maybe it's controlled by our minds. This is a dreamland, potentially. Everyone think, what is the tastiest thing and how do I make it? What's the tastiest thing and how do I make it?
Damascus steel is immediately the tastiest thing. Got it. Tom, while you're thinking this, give me a charisma check.
Oh no. Not a saving throw.
Not a saving, just a check, yeah.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. As Damascus steel kind of slips out, the scenery and the environment around you slips, and you're suddenly now surrounded by 4 gingerbread houses that have forges in them to refine. It's a little confusing. These boats of light are almost acting like they're smithies, but they're holding trays of what look to be food. And then they're putting them on the forge and letting them sit for a bit. To you, Macaron, this seems right. You know it's wrong, but it seems right.
Well, I'm gonna investigate this baker blacksmith situation.
Taking ingredients, reaching into barrels that instead of have ore of some kind that they have to refine now has a flour. Pails that would have oil for starching now have water that they're dipping little cups into, measuring out how much water they're taking and adding to the flour. Instead of racks of weapons, there are racks of eggs.
Okay. This might be it, guys. This might be the place. All right. Ooh, somebody, give me the knowledge of the tastiest thing and how to make it.
Oh, well, I think I can whip up my my Mima's recipe real quick.
The tastiest thing, Mac.
Mima was really good. Okay.
As you're thinking of this recipe, Macaron, one of these motes of light starts slipping closer to you. And the more you recite the recipe in your head, the closer it gets to you.
Does he kind of notice, or?
I'd say, what's your passive perception?
Pretty high.
Pretty high?
15.
15? Yeah, you definitely notice. It's slipping closer and closer. And as you get a little distracted, it kind of stops and slips a little away. You start thinking of the recipe again and it starts slipping closer again.
Okay. Beams of light. There's a thing that it's gonna get us the. But what? Out of character, what are we actually looking for in here? Just kind of like just general good treasure.
We're looking the recipe for the
Recipe.
tastiest thing, so we can you can learn it, and we can overtake our proprietor person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's going to try to focus. Can I make some kind of check to try and focus on the like a proper quiche recipe instead of like the sword instead?
Oh yeah. Ooh. We could say it's kind of like a concentration check. Kind of keeping spell concentration, but instead you're keeping your own mind's concentration. Very disorienting environment around you. Gingerbread houses, impossible. But yeah, so give me a concentration check. So you'll be rolling a d20 and adding your con modifier.
I'll go ahead and do this before I could cast Bless on us.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so all of us get an extra d4 for attack rolls and saves for the next minute.
Amazing.
Yeah, as the Duke on save. 13 plus that extra d4. 17.
17. Yeah, you keep this recipe in mind, and it's a tasty recipe. It's a good one. You were taught it by your Mima. As you focus on this mode of light hovers right above Macaron and then drops into their head, getting kind of sucked into their brain. That recipe vanishes. You no longer remember it. Instead, in your head, you have... Oh, you've never tasted something like this before, but you have every sense that it's probably going to be one of the tastiest things you've ever made. Very difficult process. But you know every single step. And you know that it's far better than those cookies that their boss makes. Like, those are good cookies, but this one's even better. But while it's reciting it, this voice sounds familiar. It's your Mima's voice. Why, this is the recipe they never gave you. You were never this good of a baker. She never said you could do it. Now you can.
I think I got it. And
Yes!
once more, he'll just kind of smack his cheeks as he's going to try and conjure up the perfect baking station for himself.
Amazing. Yeah, this forge.
Tom will do his best to be his assistant sous chef as best as he can, knowing nothing about cooking.
Spectacular. This forge in front of you shifts to an actual baking location, and I would like Macaron to give us a, what do you think, performance check
to make this?
I think I have just a tool.
A tool?
Can I-
Ooh,
Yeah, I have my cook's utensils, and I should have proficiency in that.
perfect. Yeah, roll with that.
Oh, I need to pick a stat. Probably wisdom. Then, 'cause he's
Wisdom.
losing it. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, let's do wisdom, add your proficiency, and do it with advantage, because you've got yourself a nice little helper.
All right. Well, guidance myself for sure is just like, yeah, no, just like, all right, aprons on, hats on, let's do this.
Oh, I need like a montage music for this. I don't think I have anything. Let's go with. Let's do this one. It sounds epic enough. This is a pretty epic one. All right.
All right.
You get your tools ready.
12 plus efficiency plus
Neat
9,
things.
21, 25.
25. Oh, the smells start intoxicating both Tom and 97. At first, the ginger, if you all don't know, is a palate cleanser. It actually cleanses your senses and cleanses your tastes. That's why they serve it along with sushi. You're supposed to have the sushi and then have a little bite of ginger to cleanse your palate so you can taste the next bite of sushi even more better. So your buds are all already prepared because of all the gingerbread around you. And as it starts to bake, your mouths instinctively start to water as this scent of this perfect recipe starts wafting your way. When it comes out, there are these four, let's go with four nuggets of just perfect food. What did you just make, Macaron?
Yeah. I imagine as this is happening, you see just a completely different side of Macaron. He's full on like Hell's Kitchen in here, as like he's just like yelling at everyone, like, "Come on,
Yes,
step it the
chef.
fuck up!" Like,
Yes. Perfect.
I need the filling yesterday. Come on, let's go. And as like he's just shouting his orders, you can see him making like a dough and like this filling. As like, yeah, no, the dough begins to bake into like these little fluffy two like halves of almost like a cookie. As
Great.
he takes the filling and he fills up the cookie itself. Each of them are like differently flavored with just like it'd be their favorite flavors for each of the three. So whatever your favorite flavor would be, that's how these are going to taste.
So it's a goo
As he's
cookie
made.
filled with goo.
Yeah, he's made a well, he calls it a macaron.
The macaron! Amazing!
Yeah, he finally finishes in just like this absolute like hectic flurry. He just like looks up to the skies, just like, "Suck at me, mom!"
Beautifully made, perfectly baked macarons. When you taste them, these are in fact the tastiest things you'll ever taste. So good that you doubt any other food you ever eat is going to compare. This is indeed the perfect recipe.
Tom's gonna give Mac a little shoulder massage. He's like, "We've done it, Mac. The world is ours."
As you're doing this, a bunch of these motes of light are starting to hover around and get into.
I've done one thing.
Oh yeah.
Could I have cast Hero's Feast with the macaron?
Yes, that sounds great. Here's feast with the macarons. Amazing.
Yep, everyone gets an extra 2d10 max HP for the day. As well as immunity to poisoned and being frightened. In addition, you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
I don't mind if I do.
That's gonna come in handy. Because
Oh,
as
boy.
these things are starting to pop up around you, they're making a perfect semicircle around all of you and starting to cover every single exit spot. Your passive insights are telling you there's something's going on and it's probably not gonna be good.
I look at the list. What's the next thing? How do you get out of here?
Next thing to get out of here is to draw a perfect circle, light the candle in the middle, and chant out. What words are we going to chant out? We're going to chant out McFlooney Doody Hadoody.
Oh boy. Okay. Tom's gonna do that. Explaining the list while he's doing that, making the circle. All right, everybody. You said something about lighting the candle.
Yes.
I think I did
you
that.
Have to light the candle. Yeah.
Light the candle.
Closer.
Say the words. Flick, moody, fluty, fluty.
Fluty.
As you're all saying these words, and the light of the circle around you is starting to light up. Everyone make wisdom saving throws, but at advantage, because the hero's feast.
Ooh, and extra d4, because now the blast probably wore off.
We'll let it stay.
Out.
We'll let it stay.
Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Ooh, you definitely made it. Amazing.
24. Here we go. Ooh, that is a good thing you gave me the stuff. It's gonna be a wisdom saving throw. 17.
17. Okay. The first person to vanish from this dream realm is Macaron. They just instinctively poof into nothing. The next person to vanish from this realm is Tom, as he into nothing. 97, you start to feel your consciousness slip back into the real realm just as these motes all assault you at the same time. For you other two, you end up... I feel like this is combat. No, this is too happy.
Do we just lose our friend forever?
Oh my god.
You find yourself floating in the middle of a lake. Well, actually, no, he's shunted out of a hole, thrust partway over the lake, so that you're not getting dragged into the whirlpool again to just end up in it again. Landing heavily in water.
I'm gonna fly.
You start flying up. You see Macaron?
Yeah.
No sign of 97.
Oh boy. Mac.
Yeah?
You start heading to shore. I'm gonna keep an eye out. See if 97 shows up.
I can try and send him a message if he got to shore. I do have sending, I believe. Wait, maybe. Wait, hold on. Check this sworn. Damn. Never mind, I don't have that. Sorry.
Taking a look around, you don't see any sign of him. You spend... Oh, that's an 8 on the dice. Up to 8 hours. There's no sign of him.
I'm not going to spend that long, even for 97. I will spend 1 hour.
1 hour. You spend an hour waiting for 97 to show up, and he doesn't.
Boy. Well, I fly to shore, reconnect with Mac, and I say, he didn't show up. I don't know what happened. I've never gone through one of those portals before. Because we should figure out where we are, then we can regroup, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me try and look around and figure out where exactly we've landed.
Yeah. Give me a D6.
That is a 4.
You have ended up... Let's put on the... What do we think? East, west, north, or south?
North.
North? You are on the northern banks of this here lake.
Great name for it, by the way.
Right. Oh, the northern banks?
No, this here lake.
This here lake. All right, there we go.
Is this here lake or not your lake?
Amazing. Yes, I'm writing that down. That's canon. Yep, you are on the northern bank of this here lake. You can see off in the distance the peaks and pyres of Slimeville by that here, their lake. It's called that there, yeah.
Yeah, that one's at their lake. And then off on the other side is Moundtown. So you can tell where you are. You're not too far off on an area where you actually traveled by. I mean, the road's probably a half a day journey north.
Well, I think we should wait a day, Mac, just to see if 97 shows up. And then I guess we'll head back home. Maybe you got there a different way. What do you think?
Yeah, and if we wait a day, then I think then I could maybe contact him and see where he's at.
Good thinking, good thinking. I think I maybe could do the same.
All right,
Good
perfect.
thinking, yes. You want to make up the hut? And we'll start prepping.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll set up a camp.
You set up camp, make the hut, spend a day. While you're camping away, 97, what happened at the end there as your conscious was slipping back to the real realm? The motes all converged on you, trapping you in the dream realm. The candle snuffs out, disappears, and you're here, with voices filling your head, filling your brain, filling your mind, memories getting pushed out as other people's memories start getting pushed in. You start to lose yourself. You're not sure how much time you've been here at this point, but eventually you find yourself walking along this gingerbread location, and you find another living being who almost so seems like they've gone through the same kind of ordeal. You feel like they should be familiar to you, like you knew this person was here. A plasmoid by the name Wibbly. They think that's their name. They have a vague memory of someone having told them that. Everything else is someone else's memory. '97 is trapped in the dreamland. For now. In the next Improv Oneshot, there might be a reason why they came back. A reason that they got out. But they will be affected in their brain from this experience, having lost much of their memory. Forever. The rest of you, when you spend the day, next day he's not there, you try to contact him, you can't reach him. It's like he just doesn't exist.
There's a reason they couldn't reach me anyhow, but...
There's another reason, yeah. Pretty sure he has a ring that stops things like that.
Yeah, he does.
You head back to this town, deliver the scribings for the circle. You have your plan, what you can do. No 97. And that is the point where we have to call the one shot and end it there.
We get paid for this etching?
Hopefully 200 gold.
You get paid 200 gold, you get reimbursed. He reimburses you.
I imagine you're taking 97's share too.
Seems like I'm gonna hold on to it for him.
Oh yeah, that's appropriate. Oh boy,
Okay.
Excellent stuff. Well,
Very fun.
thanks all for the fun improv.
Yeah.
Macaron, thanks for joining us. Thanks for making the character and creating the perfect recipe of macarons.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for having me. This was absolutely a blast.
It was so good. Oh, I really enjoyed your character. Why don't you tell everyone again where you're at, who you are, what you do, all that fun stuff?
Yeah, I am Shivam, once again, the Horror and Harpy. You can find us at youtube.com/Horror and Harpy or twitch.tv/Horror and Harpy. We normally stream on Fridays. We do a campaign called the Dead Man campaign, which is our main deal there, which is 5 heroes from different time periods across the world are all resurrected to stop the current evil empire from taking over the world.
Cool.
Izzy also runs.
Is that real world? Like you're like are Alexander the Great, or you?
It's fantasy versions of real world. So one character is like a samurai, for example, but it's more based off of like a fantasy representation of it. So like yokai are real, for example, and there's like we get into like stuff like that, you know. But yeah, no, it's fantasy representations of like very real world sort of like time periods. You know, we also do run a second campaign that Izzy or Harpy runs, which is the Fey Court campaign, which is more of a political intrigue, as all 5 of us are competing to become the next leader of the Fey Court there. But yeah, no, we normally do that on Fridays. And once again, yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on.
That was great. Thanks for joining us. Always a hoot and a half. Go hop over there. This is going to be coming out on a day that another one shot that this guy's going to be in is going to be in over there, and they're going to be GMing. It's going to be great. Call of Cthulhu based. I'm so excited. I've wanted to get into Call of Cthulhu for such a long time, but that's going to be happening. So go, please check them out. Share the love. Give them a follow. Go say hi. All that stuff. Comment on their videos. Help the algorithm. All that stuff. But for now, thanks everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
May have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Time